Hey everybody, I want to show you the mallet smash from 261. It is so awesome. Try and zoom in on some parts. It actually, so I did this one and then I did the kind of purpley 12 by 24 on a canvas. I did both of those last night. And when I was done with the canvas one, I went back to look at this one. And remember how I said the blue was a bit funky? It was like watery. It just wasn't as right as it should have been. Well, I'll point out these areas. And if you didn't know, I'm pointing them out to you, but like I wouldn't notice them if I didn't know. Here, here, here. And then about here, all of this like blue, like how it looks right there, spread out like this. So there were just big globs of blue. And I kind of freaked because I was like, no, I love that painting. But I didn't freak, I stayed calm. And mind you, it had been drying at that point for about 40 minutes. And this MDF really sucks it up. So there was not much loose paint to deal with. And I just decided to chance it, and I used the mallet, smashed them up again, kind of used my finger right here. You can see I kind of blobbed it a little, but, and got it back to, then I did some flingies. But it is still looking at it, knowing all that, one of my favorite pieces, I think, this webbing here and right here. I mean, it is so cool. But yeah, that blue, really, I'm glad I looked at it because it would have been totally ruined. There was no saving it had I not caught it at that point. So, and this is the blue. So now that I'm talking about it, I'm going to set it aside because it needs to be worked on. And then I want to thank Connie and Audrey for their very generous and donations to my channel through PayPal. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me that, you know, you guys are watching and love it. And those of you that are able, thank you for doing it. I mean, I'd be painting anyways for you, but this is really nice and I appreciate it. And it all goes back into canvas and paint and stuff, you know. I'm not out there buying new shoes, don't worry. Alrighty, and then this is the one I did 262. So this will have been yesterday's video. I like it. I love it's got some really cool lines and cells. I don't know, where was I? There was, oops, I got you on the corner. I'm trying to find, there was a really cool, because I used the iridescent medium in the, let's see. Might even, hold on, I can't tell where I am. Ah, I'm not even anywhere near where I thought I was. So this, it doesn't really show up iridescent-y, but oh my gosh. And there it is too. It's just really pretty. Oftentimes I don't like when I do the whole pink overkill, but it turned out well. I like it. Oh, here, I'll put these two together since they were the inspiration for each other. Here, let me move this just for kicks. So, there they are. I think I like this one better. But I really like this like shooting wing off that one. I think that's cool. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna varnish them or I may resin the, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. So, but once I get those all ready, I'll put them on Etsy. Okay, so now let's get ready for this one. There we go. And I'm going to do another mallet smash because that one turned out so super cool. And for a while my mallet smashes were not working at all. So I'm going to keep the momentum going. Oops, I'm going to have to move you. So I'm going to keep the momentum going with another mallet smash. Ugh. Wish I had like an overhead thing, but that would involve me really trying to figure out how to make that. PVC pipe. It is doable. Maybe when my dad comes back in town, we can figure out something. Because then you could just sit right above me. All right. So this time I'm not taping the sides. I taped up the sides on the other one to keep the paint inside until I untaped. I'm just going to let this one go, which just means there won't be as much white. Like when I smash it, it won't have as much white paint to go into because it will have gone off. So this is just MDF. I have primed the side with gesso and then sanded it back smooth. You know, at first I was really excited about these MDF because I'm like, ooh, I love painting them and sanding them and priming them. But now that I have to then go back and paint this side white, because I don't think people want to see a gorgeous painting, flip it over, and then see brown. I don't think people want that. So now I'm like, this is a lot of work. Canvases are much, much easier. So, you know, it seemed really exciting in the beginning and less so now. Here, hang on, gotta go drink water. All right, so I've got used an Artist Loft lemon yellow, Grumbacher Persian blue, Prussian blue, whatever. And this is the same blue I used in the pour I just showed you on the 12 by 24. So it does have the iridescent medium. Liquitex Basics Alizarin red, Winsor Newton vermilion. No silicone again. I'm not using silicone. Which means that both of those pieces, when I go to resin them, I won't have to clean them. Yay! Which makes not using silicone totally worth it. There's something. And this is, I want to say 10 by 10. It looks 10 by 10. I know I have a couple odd shaped ones. You know, if you go to buy canvases, they're 8 by 8, 10 by 10. You know, but I do have a couple of odd shaped ones that he cut for me because he had leftover wood. So there's a couple shapes that are not generally found pre-made. So I should charge like 3 times the price for those since they're like a limited, you know, a rare find. And why is that painting $1 million and the rest are like 150? Well, where else are you going to find one that size? I don't think that would work very well. And I'm always talking about small world, you know, meeting people through here. Well, last night somebody who's a photographer messaged me about, because I had talked about, she had watched an older video where I talked about like the light box and lighting, and when I was trying to figure that all out, which I still haven't, but and I said something about getting ready to go to bed, but I was up, and she's like, I didn't even look at the time. But both of us were watching the news to see if our kids would have snow days tomorrow. And we live in totally different areas. So I thought that was, you know, the world is small, yet huge. So I haven't talked anything about what I just did there. Oh. Some of my videos I give some instruction, and others I just jump right in. This is Dutch Boy paint and primer in one, mixed with Floetrol and water, the same way I mix all my paints. And I dumped it on here. Just checking to see if these are air bubbles or little thingies, and they appear to be air bubbles. Alrighty, so, oops, just throwing paint over here. Ooh, I haven't used this yellow for a long time. This yellow always separates. I don't know why. I don't even really care for this yellow all that much. I like it in pours, but by itself, I don't like it at all. It makes me think of something I don't like, but I don't know what it is. You know how when you look at something, it reminds you of something and you have an emotion? Well, I have that with this color, but I don't know why. Oh, I wanted that. I'm actually going to put a little one right here. Perfect. A little drop fell right there. Just what I wanted. This blue is like the opposite of the other blue. This one is so thick because I added the iridescent medium. Maybe I'll just add that iridescent medium to the cerulean because that will definitely thicken it up. These circles are pretty. Whoa! That's a lot of vermilion. Hang on while I close these paints because I don't want to smash and ruin them. Find my mallet. So it's on the other side of the room where I had that painting drying. You know what's weird doing it on here versus a canvas? I don't know if you could hear the sound. I mean, I could feel it and hear it. It like suctions. It hits it and it kind of suctions a bit, whereas the canvas, the material, you just pound, pound, pound. But this, it kind of suction. I don't know how many different ways I can say that. So now we wait. Now's the patient part. That is so, so important. do. Did I tell you my dog story yesterday? About how we thought we had kenneled her and she got into everything, and now she's still submissively peeing when I let her out of her kennel. Even though I didn't yell at her, we can't figure this one out. So that's going on. We had horrible weather. I'm popping air bubbles. We had horrible weather today. Just like blinding snow because it was so windy. It really sucked. This winter is going on forever. What's the saying? March in like a lion, out like a lamb. I really, really hope that that's true. Because I am ready for some lovely weather. Ready, ready, ready. All right, I'm getting impatient, so I'm ooching this along a little bit. It looks like most of it has risen to the surface by itself. Trying to see, I'm looking in the glare is what I'm doing, because when you look in the glare, you can see the level. I am so happy with these mallets. Like this summer, when I started doing the mallets, I mean, I was ecstatic, and then I kind of lost it. I just couldn't do them. So if you look on my history, you know, I went a long time without doing them at all. And I think I got my mallet mojo back. And look at all these cells. No silicone. Now, how thick is this? Because I have not tilted it yet, and I'm afraid to. Because I don't want to ruin it. But it does need to be tilted some, because it's really thick. So I probably shouldn't have bragged about my mallet mojo until after this pour was done. You know, the paint gods could make this fall apart just to, you know, say, don't be so sure of yourself. I saw something on Facebook today. It was an article, I don't know who, from what website, but it was somebody robbed an art store, like $1,800 worth of art supplies. Like, art stores are sacred. You don't rob. It's like robbing from a church. You just don't do it. It's like, you know, Walmart, some are generic, sure. Steal all you want. But from a small individual paint store, man, you don't do that. There's codes. Yes, I know. I may have some odd logic going on here. But some places are just sacred. Not that I condone stealing from any location, anywhere. But little mom and pops, don't steal from them. That was a really weird tangent I just went on. So I do want to make it clear I do not condone stealing. Not of things, not of ideas, not of property, not of anything. So I'm really pulling this one out because I want to get more of this one off. But you can tell I'm barely tilting it. I'm trying to be very, very careful. And it is just, it's not even wanting to add a little paint to get it to move. It's weird how adding more paint gives you less paint. maybe the old paint sees the new paint being added and it's like, ah, oh, cool, I want to go off just like they did. I don't know if any of your paintings talk, but mine do. I must be in a very odd mood tonight. It's all that talking. Feel free to comment on how much I do or do not talk. I love that. They're my fave comments. I really trying to concentrate on this one. So this side looks very different than that side. And I'm trying to decide if I like that or not. They almost look like they came from two different paintings. But I'm kind of afraid to smash it again, because then it really won't match. But it doesn't look, it looks too different. So I'm going to dip it in a little white first. Even if it makes it mushier looking, it'll still be so different looking. I wish I had some of like the other colors to that may not have been the best thing to do. Kind of wish I hadn't done that. See? I'm not ever saying I've got my mojo back. Because apparently, mojo's like karma, and it will just kiss you in the ass. I was going to say kiss you in the ass, but I'm pretty sure karma doesn't kiss you in the ass. Yeah, that looks like crap. So I'm going to try and get it off. There, that's better. I wish I had blue, because it's still not, but I don't know if it's, I still think it might be an improvement over the original, because the original really bothered me right there. And that's okay, because it kind of goes with this side. So I think I'm good. And touch up this corner. Touch up this corner. I'm going to torch the whole thing again. Take my gloves off. So I have been looking at it mainly from here and here. So wait a sec. So if that's on my right, I don't know. I'm directionally challenged at the moment. Gosh, that is, ugh. Decide if I should add standing up. It looks okay. Standing up, it all goes together. Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's good. Because this side kind of goes with that, the colors. And then it comes out here, so it's good. And there are cells developing in here, so it will join the rest. Yikes, I'm caught. I'm really liking this one. But it sure doesn't look like the colors. I mean, you really just see, it looks like pink and blue. The yellow really disappeared. You don't even see a green anywhere from the blue with the yellow. So thank you so much for watching. Here, let me turn it there so you can get another view of it. Whoops. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.